Hello everybody, welcome back to some Sky Factory. In today's episode we're going to a new dimension. We're going to go to another because in order to progress with create mod beyond what we already have, we have to go to the nether. So we're going to build that nether, we're going to build the nether portal real quick. Let's hop over here into our mining dimension. I've been busy with the drill. We have quite a bit of stuff in here that still needs to be unloaded. And if you're wondering what happened here, due to the laws of interdimensional game mechanics, I'm not allowed to sleep here. I did not know that, so I placed down a bed. So this place remained chunk load, so I could do like the real sleep thing, and it just kind of blew up. So yeah, that happened. Where is that? Oh wait, I think the obsidian might be in the overworld. There's a few things I want to get in the nether. One of which is obviously a bunch of nether quartz. The problem is, in the nether, we have like no place to go. So we can go there, but I don't think we'll have any terrain to walk around on. So yeah. We're going to let this thing get unloaded first. We have a few chunks of raw uranium, got some few chunks of raw gold. No, some cookies. A bag of cookies. Okay, we got fire here from when that meteorite hit our base a while back. There's the obsidian. If you're wondering where I got the obsidian from, in the Twilight Forest there's like these obsidian pillars everywhere. And that's where I picked this thing up from, so... Whoa. So let's see. We're heading to the nether. Oof. Okay. I can't see anything. Whew. So I was right, there is nothing in the nether for us. Well, luckily we have all this deep slate, this cobbled deep slate with us, so let's build us a proper platform. Some deep slate bricks. The lag is what's going to get me killed. You know, we're just going to fall for a little while we heal up so we can at least survive the fall if we do hit the ground. Whoa, okay. The coyotes, they're howling. Wait, what? Is that a bastion? Let's go ahead and make this platform somewhat prim and proper. And there we go. I would zoom in, but that would pause the recording, so I'm not going to risk it. So, how are we going to get over there? Well, first things first, we're going to have to go grab a bunch more deep slate bricks. Luckily, we have an entire chest, like a massive drawer of that stuff back at base, so I just want to make the platform a little bit bigger so I could start getting some things to spawn there. So there we go. I'll be right back once I've increased the platform size. And I'm back. I went ahead and I finished off the platform a little bit. We have some walking room, and yeah, if we want to get over there, we either got a bridge over there, or we can try to fly. Let's see, do I have anything that might give me some flight capabilities? Okay, here we go. Okay, so how do I craft this jetpack? Okay, so we're going to need 4 fans, some zinc ingots, some andesite alloy, and oof. For that we're going to need deployers. And to make a deployer, we're going to need brass. And in order to get brass, we need to find it here in the nether. Or do we? Because I did make some brass earlier by accident, combining a few metals together. You know what? We did our objective. We went to the nether. There was something I wanted to automate this episode, and that's the production of resources using create, and we are going to use an automatic sifter. So we're going to need an andesite casing, some planks of wood, some sticks, a cogwheel, and just any type of stone. And then we can use this with the appropriate mesh to sift through gravel and stuff like that. Gravel and sand. I do have one spare drill. So, and look, we also have a spare cogwheel, and we also already have the first thing we're going to need. Let's see. I also need to fix up this pickaxe. But maybe not right now. There we go. So, we need the cogwheel, we got that. We just need an andesite casing. For that we need an andesite alloy. And for that we need some zinc or something. Do I have any spare zinc anywhere? See, like, I have a brass ingot right here, but that ain't gonna do much for us. Hmm. Oh, wait, let's check up on our crop farm. Okay, so we got ourselves a few more coffee beans. Nice. Some red bell peppers. Sweet. Lots of wheat. Bunch of seeds. I have a plan for that. Ooh, I gotta go to the back. Seriously, not a single cow. I've only gotten piggies, piggies, llamas. Hey there, buddy. And coyotes. What am I to do? And then, of course, I have skunk. Seriously, that llama's destroying my crops, but oh well. So, what I want to... Wait, let me double check something real quick. Just to be on the safe side, so give me a hot second here. Okay. Yep, so I thought I had the crate add-on that allows me to turn the back tank into a jetpack, but nope. Anyway, we got the millstone. We're going to need that. We got the cogwheel. I believe I have the spare drill over here in the mining dimension. Hello, Kevin. That thing still hasn't finished unloading. I guess it makes sense. I was not in this thing's actual chunk. Wait, is it unloading? Nope, it wasn't. Okay, there's some redstone in there. Is that gravel? If it's gravel, that's good. We could use the gravel. Anyway, where? Oh, in here we also have a good. Right here's a bucket. We also need the andesite. I guess when I had a spare drill. That's probably in the overworld then. Mm-hmm. It'll be a slow process, but I will make it work. I'll take this lapis. Any other valuable rocks? I'll take these and this. Oh, by the way, I bought this crossbow from a wandering trader. So, that's pretty cool. Okay, this deep slate's going to take a while to unload. So, let me grab... all that gravel. This being unloaded as fast as it possibly can, so... Anyway, I'll check back in here later. where did I put that spare drill? Ah, there it is. Good. Let me take this diorite. I have plans for it. So let's go ahead, do this real quick. And then this. So if you guys are wondering what I'm doing, I'm basically going to copy this. Hello, Kevin. I'm going to copy this, what we got going on here, the massive amount of cobble we're generating. I'm going to send it through a grindstone, or this millstone right here. And then that millstone is going to feed the gravel into this sifter. And we're going to... what's the recipe for a brass mesh? Okay, yeah, we're going to feed that brass mesh. So we're going to basically feed the gravel. So uses, sieving. We're going to send the grass mesh, send the gravel through the brass mesh. Ugh. And that'll give us crushed raw copper, crushed raw zinc, crushed raw gold, and crushed raw iron, as well as lapis, coal, flint, and nuggets of experience. We can also send through a zinc mesh and get actual just little nuggets as well. Through the advanced brass mesh, we can get some diamonds and emeralds, but no more coal or flint. Then we have sand we could send through it later to get ourselves endless redstone, endless glowstone, bone meal, and blaze powder, as well as that. And eventually, once I figure out how to get a constant supply of soul sand, we could sift that through, and I think I know how I could do that. I need EX, that's what I'm going to use EXDiorum for. So yeah, we're going to use EXDiorum to give us a supply of, well, a mix of create and EXDiorum. Because what we can do is, I'm not sure if I need a stone or a wood barrel, but we would take one of these barrels, place it on top of my psyllium, put water into that. Let me just go over here to the soul sand. Here we go. Yep, so you take a barrel, you take witch water and sand, and you get soul sand from that. And we can automate the sand by... hold up. We can automate sand by getting a... we can either get it by saying sand through a millstone. Using a hammer on it, of course. We can also make a mechanism crusher as well. I've basically made this kind of work in tandem as good as it can. between all my different create mods and stuff. Well, between my create and my other tech mods I have. So, when we have, if we have energy, we can send gravel into it to make one of these pulverized. We need redstone, some copper gears, a piston of flint, a machine frame. Yeah, okay, so we'll worry about making automated sand later. Let's just focus on getting this first thing set up, and I'll be right back once I've actually, well, built the bones of it. Let me just empty out my inventory. So yeah, I'll be right back. Okay, yeah, let's see if this works out. So if I remember, so I need that, and then a wildflower? Because apparently it's supposed to, like, give me... Okay, that looks kind of cool. So I'm trying to get this lucky modifier. Okay, so it should be working. Oh, it needs to be a blue orchid. That's probably what's wrong. Okay. Can't just be wildflowers. It needs to be blue orchids. Okay. Or something similar. Give me a second. And there we go. We actually now have luck on our pickaxe. So let's see. Lucky. Gives you more nice things when mining, killing mobs, or fishing using this tool. Or wearing this armor. So wait, are you saying I could put this on my leggings, which would probably benefit me more than if it were just on my tool? There we go. Let me do that. Okay, doesn't... I'll work on that. Or that. Or that. So I guess it doesn't work with the traveler's armor. Or maybe there's just not enough modifiers left on the armor. So wait, now let me go check on my pickaxe. Okay, so wait. Lucky. Okay. Well, I'll keep that in mind. Oh, and if you're wondering where I got the flower from, I hopped through the portal to the Feywild, basically. And there was one of those flowers there. And yes, I turned off the shaders and the texture pack. So I guess you can't really level up the Traveler's armor with much at the moment. What you selling, buddy? Okay, Totem of Undying. Oh, nice. Violets, blue sage, salmon berries. Never heard of that. Ooh, aspen. Give me a second. you got yourself a deal there, my friend. I just need to get all the emeralds together real quick. Oh, I'm out of emeralds. That sucks. Wait, no, I'm not. Block of emerald. So first things first. Give me this totem of... Wait, hold up. What else are you selling? Okay, well, I'll equip that to my maid when we resurrect her eventually. Oh yeah, I activated my maid and I had her plant a bunch of sugarcane and she drowned. So let me go ahead, get the... What? I am confused, but okay. It turns out the little emerald thing, this thing, is actually from the Dungeons content mod I have installed. So yeah. Let me get this aspen sapling off of you. I'll buy salmon berries. I'll buy some blue sage. Some violet. And I'll take reeds. I'll take another blue sage. There we go. Thanks for your business. I'm going to go plant these flowers now up here on our grassy plateau. Make this look a bit nicer. We got the aspen. Let's plant this oak sapling. Let's mow the grass here real quick. There we go. Anyway, I'll be right back once I've finished doing my thing. And there we go. We got it going. And a good clip, too. Look, it's the second it gets turned to cobblestone, it gets dropped into the millstone, and then the millstone drops into the sifter. And the sifter obviously sifts it, and look, we already got 2 nuggets of experience, a coal, and a crushed raw copper. But this takes up a lot of stress units. So what you want to do is you want to at least upgear, if you want to build this thing, you're going to want to upgear it 1, 2, 3, 4 times. And then you're going to want to have 2 small water wheels and 2 large water wheels doing the work. And then you're going to want to have a belt going from shaft to shaft to connect the drill to everything else. And then just like this, and boom. And in the time it took me to give you that explanation, check this out. We got crushed copper, coal, nugget, zinc, raw iron, lapis. So we're good to go with those resources. And the best part is we can add a secondary one with a different mesh to get different items. That's going surprisingly fast. Oh boy. I have a feeling we're going to be running low on space in that thing real soon. Sweet, we already got some crushed raw iron. We can now obviously make some mechanism parts with it. Smelt it down to actual ingots. Or throw into our, like a smeltery or something. I think I can throw into a smeltery. I'll give that a try. Okay, so this one can't be melted down. But what we can do is we can, like, bulk smelt this eventually. We get, like, a bulk smelter set up. This is epic. Now we have all the iron. Now you can get all the iron, copper, experience nuggets, and zinc, lapis, and flint. Ooh, and some raw gold we can ever want. So we could. So if we throw this brass mesh into the sifter, from that we can get crushed raw iron, raw zinc, raw gold. So we have, and copper, lapis, coal, flint, and experience nuggets. And we could use that with the enchantment industries and enchant some of our gear. I think we found stability point. Anyway, that's where I'm going to end this episode. I hope you all enjoyed. Thanks for watching. What on earth is going on over there? I will eventually expand this platform so we can then make like a whole little assembly line. And once we get a proper source of brass, we can actually do a bit better of an automation and sorting system. Yeah, this is gonna fill up real quick with a bunch of stuff. So I'd like to thank y'all for watching. I hope y'all enjoyed, and have a nice day. Bye bye.